Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, assorted members of the jury, it is time for your regularly scheduled players who have decided that they will take advantage of the patch notes edition of Age of Mythology. In the right-hand corner of the map, my favorite player in the entirety of the world, mostly because he lets me say his name in the best way possible. It is Mr. Keto Severo Jones Bones Malone, and he's going to be playing as Gaia, and he's up against my other favorite player in the entirety of the world. He is the #1 abuser of OP things in Age of Mythology, also a hilarious dude, and actually really good at the game as well. His name is Pegasus. He's going to be playing some Susanoo for us. Now, I'm looking at the top of the screen, realizing I should have done a flipperoonie because you've got this guy on the left and you've got the other guy on the right, and we need to make them line up. It's very, very important. Let's check out some relics here. On the bottom side, we've got ourselves the, how do people say this? Hecate. That's how we say it. We got Hecate's torch. That's right. I'm never going to learn your pronunciations correct. Minus 10% of God power recharge. Are you kidding me? As if this isn't going to be brutal enough. Now, I haven't told you, for those of you who are just like enjoying Age of Mythology casually, you're not watching the patch notes, you remember there was a patch note, your patch came. You probably even listened to the video where I read through it, but it didn't really click that there was a certain god power. I'm not going to bring it up until later, but just know that there was a god power that was boosted, and the person who picks up that relic, most 9 times out of 10 going to be the Atlantean player because they get the relics first, is going to be able to enjoy this one quite a bit. Over on this side, we have the Girdle of Hippolyta, another amazing relic here for some extra HP on your ranged soldiers. Up on the top side of the map, we've got ourselves the Ozberg wagon, the Ozberge wagon. And I believe that is... Oh, yeah, that is not it. There's one more. And Scales of Echidna. My guy, Keto here, has spawned into this game. He rolled the dice and he was like, look, I rolled a nat 20 and therefore I get to pick what relics appear on this map, and he picks Scales of Echidna and he picks Hecate's torch. Now, you guys might think that I'm referring to a certain Leto god power right here, but clearly that's not what I'm referring to at all. There's a god power that comes in a little bit later that's much more busted than this Leto god power called Spider Lair. Surely one Keto Severo Jones Bones understands it, especially with a relic of this much importance in the middle of the map. We'll have to wait and see if that's going to become a part of the game or not. But I'm also bringing up on the top here Pegasus, because he's playing as Japan. The only way you get to enjoy early relics is by rushing your temple up, rushing up a shrine, and then also getting yourself in the 25 through 25 gold for the shrine upgrade. It is expensive. Now, unfortunately for Keto, he did roll the super relic in the middle. He did scout it, but for whatever reason, he's decided to not pick it up. A bit of a blunder on the part of the Keto war machine decision-making, sort of like administration side of things. You know, like the people who make the decisions, the generals of the Keto army, they did not make the right decision there. Letting the Susanoo player get this relic means that all of a sudden, his Kitsune are now 21 food. His Zuragumo are going to be even less gold. His Oni or his Raiju are going to be even less resources. And he's going to enjoy that because that's what players love to do. But Keto does pick himself up this nice relic over here. So if the game does end up going late, he's going to have the most supercharged llama caravans in the entirety of the world. So yeah. That's the story I'm running with. The one thing that I want to bring up is there's a certain unit that you can get in the heroic age, of which this technology is, this relic is amazing with. I don't want to point any real names out, but there's a certain other relic that synergizes, so you get this really cool synergy if you get both of them. But we're not going to see it in this game. In fact, we might not even see anything really. We might just see a whole bunch of spider lairs getting cast here. But sooner or later, you guys are going to be enjoying the Spider Lair shenanigans, starting as we see the first of many as this is the big change that's hitting the circuit right now. Four spider eggs. Four spider eggs is the current number that you get from Spider Lair. This is a huge, cannot be overstated buff to this god power. It went from potentially killing 3 units to now potentially killing 4. Now, if you kill 0 units with it, it's still giving you line of sight. So, while line of sight is maybe not the most important thing in the game, it is a very important thing, and it will probably end up becoming very apparent as to how important it is. As a second spider egg to come down here, is the second one free as well? It absolutely is. I had no idea. I had no idea the second spider lair was free. And I love Leto. I'm like one of the biggest Leto fans out there. I'll go Leto versus anyone, anywhere, even without using the spider lair. Maybe that's why. I'm too busy spending favor on automatons. But anyways, now we've got Thea coming through. And this is where we start bringing up how cool it would have been. It didn't happen, but how cool it would have been if Keto had got the scales of Echidna here, because this actually makes your dryads cost 15% less wood. So all of a sudden you've got yourselves the torch of Hecate, and you get the cheaper myth units, and then you can go bam, 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 and you can flood out those dryads on the cheap. But anyways, for the moment here, more spider eggs coming in. Now, Pegasus has decided in his infinite wisdom that a second town center is going to be his best bet here. It's a pretty good idea versus the spider eggs if your opponent's going to be making using a god power which kills your units. The easiest way to play around that is to not build any units. Alrighty. Onwards and upwards. You could just go pure myth unit. That always works too, right? That always works too. Alrighty. Dojo coming up for Pegasus. Got to be careful with the dojo. All the units inside of this one are incredibly expensive. Spider Lair can kill premium units as well, like the War Elephant, like the Tiger Cavalry, like the Samurai. So you do have to be careful with going into Samurai. However, there's the On the Musha that's sitting inside of the dojo. That's also a fairly high quality unit to build as well. We've got ourselves the guardhouse coming down, as well as the Poseidon's secret technology to come through. Now, Keto, he could go into a whole bunch of Contarios here. He could also go into a whole bunch of Terma here as well in the heroic age, which could be very nice if it ends up being a whole bunch of Yumi Archer or a whole bunch of Horse Archer coming through for Pegasus. But if that doesn't end up happening, then it's best to just dive into those Contarios, get yourself out some catapulties as well, because the Naginata riders will beat out those Contarios. At least I think they do beat out the Contarios because of Sashimon or Bannerman. Though I don't know if Pegasus will have had that technology yet. But for the moment here, Pegasus just needs to set up, play defense, get himself on top of this. We got the bird flying in. This is going to be a pretty annoying unit to deal with here for Pegasus. He's going to have to bring his Bushi over here and try and prevent this one from getting in. But for the moment, just some nice, quick garrison micro, keeping everything nice and alive. Also defending onto this backside beautifully here. But there is the slight timer that Keto's on here. He's got to get some damage done. Now, he doesn't have to win the game with the damage. I think a lot of people get this one sort of confused with the 1 town center versus 2 town center. You do have to get some damage done. You don't have to win the game, but get some damage done, drop a town center, or outright win the game with a big push to prevent a gold stuff. And we're going to see some raids coming in here for Keto as he's going to be pushing the big Pegasus away. Now, I'm not going to say that this here was naughty. It is a little bit naughty from Keto. There may or may not, but no, Age of Mythology is a perfectly functional game that has no bugs. Okay, so a couple of commoners will end up eating the dust here as the watermill is going to be coming in, going down on the middle, and now Pegasus has to sit in his base and play defense. Now, the Bushi are in to take out that automaton over here. He's being annoying. He does have some pretty high armor stats. Bushi are not the unit to take out automaton with. In fact, I actually think I could be wrong on this. Someone could do the editor testing, but I'm pretty sure the automaton beats the Bushi in a 1v1. which is wild when you think about it. How much HP does it have? 80? Yeah, it 100% beats the bush in a 1v1. 8x, 4.7 times 8. And you take off the 55, half it. Still, yeah, no way. The automatons are busted myth unit. So strong, so good. But we're not going to be seeing it here. Instead, we see the dryads, and we see the spider lair damage. As we're now up to an 11 favor spider lair cost, and if we take a look at the mini map here of the line of sight that's getting grabbed, it's really just on the front spot. I don't really. Oh, there's one over here as well, just protecting the villagers. So far, this spider lair change has not had any impact on this game, right? Pushy wins with no upgrades, but if you're ever building an automaton, are you ever using no upgrades? Come on, that's not a fair comparison. You're always getting the upgrade. The upgrade's like dirt cheap. Costs like $2. Not even that. All right. Anyways, more units coming out for Keto. He's still on a timer here. Pegasus really just needs to walk out and drop a castle down, either over here or over here, and he's gonna have a really good game. We are seeing the town center coming down from Keto, but in doing this, before he's done any real significant damage, he killed off one villager. That's about it. He might have picked off a different unit, but he's also lost some units. All Pegasus needs to do is get out of his base, spend his favor, and I will say this: if Pegasus here went, instead of Fujin in this game, he went for Raijin in this game, there would have been that much that Keto could do to stop Pegasus getting onto another gold mine here. But we'll see how it's going to go with the Thunderdome. The Thunderdome might be the next thing to sort of have to deal with as these Contarias are coming over here. These villagers are dangerously opening up this position. Good little defensive repairs. There's another spider lair to come down on top of this gold mine. Checking that out, just to remind you guys. All of a sudden now, I see this gold mine. I see this gold mine. And life is very, very tough if you... And the samurai is down. That is what I like to call a max value. Oh, and another one. And another one. All of a sudden, 4 units down for the cost of 1 god power. Living the dream. But now Keto can't see anything. He does not see this position, and Pegasus can make a move forward to grab this spot. And he should just wander in, and he should just drop down the castle. We'll see if he's going to be going for that. He doesn't quite have the gold here. He spent it a little bit. He's making a whole bunch of the Yati Spearmen to deal with these Deuterinos over here. These Contarius are going to be a little bit of an issue. But still, now we're going to be seeing the Raiju coming through. Against Gaia, Raiju aren't really the best. Because they have to deal with the 6.7 speed Contarius, which when you're on top of a Gaia Lush, move up to like 7+ speed, which is faster than even the double Kitsune plus technology Raiju. Right? I think they go up to like 6.9 speed, maybe 7 speed plus, but the Contarius heroes are going to be matching that, and they're going to be able to take out the Raiju as well. So you can't even get raids off. So I don't think these Raiju are the best versus the Thea Contarius Gaia, right? Actually, am I right on that? How fast are you guys? 7.3 without hero. So yeah, these guys are kind of booking it. Nonetheless, good defense here from Pegasus, trying to avoid dying to these spider eggs as Keto is continuously using these ones. He's got 5 oracles in, a couple more Raiju popping out, going to start getting that stun in, and a Atlas pre-Q from Keto as he's going to be pulling back. Still no castle up from Pegasus. He's still making some units here. I'm a little surprised to see him make this amount of units. Thought maybe a castle would have been very, very safe and then straight to the Mythic Age, considering he's got a gigantic economic advantage here. If you take a look, he's got himself 5 Miko. He's actually got 7 Miko in, so add 7 onto his villager advantage here. And add on the fact that he is playing Japan, who's got some supercharged units. He probably would be fine to just go to the Mythic Age. But Keto takes the first initiative here, not making as many units. And does he have his economic upgrades? He has got basically all of his economic upgrades. As a castle or a palace coming over onto this side. Still looking onto this left side for things to take out. But the Raiju are coming through, and they are going to have some issues here. As the Contarius are in, the wall is up, and the Raiju are not going to be happy about this. They aren't going to be happy at all. As both the Kitsune die, 2 Raiju fall. That is a very, very big loss. I mean, there's still 179 favor left in the bank, so maybe it's not the biggest of issues, but still. Does Lance of Stone give speed? No, it doesn't give speed. Doesn't matter. Damage doesn't matter. Speed matters. The speed is the only stat that matters in this game. Remember that. The eggs scouted the movement too. Oh, they did. He has the eggs in front of the temple, so he sees them going that left side. These spider eggs are insane! All right, guys. We've got the Contarius coming through as the Miko will charge in to her death. It's a sad time to be a Miko. Meanwhile, into the middle of the map, Pegasus is daring to move forward to try and avoid these spider eggs and get some damage in. Naginata Riders also going to be getting into the mix. As all the Arcus in the world, a whole bunch of destroyers as well going to start coming through. Loki does have a 60 cost recast spy. It's a big spend. Meanwhile, implode to come down, and a whole bunch of these Susanoo units will end up falling. The actual military resource value here for Pegasus isn't that much. So this implode, fairly low impact. I mean, there was a big impact, but it was low, you know, in terms of how much damage it actually did. So Pegasus here should be able to fight on, so to speak, but we'll see if he can get to that next age. Lots and lots of gold in the bank here for Keto at the moment, however. It's the Contarius poking down the back of the samurai. No honor. The samurai back to you. You're poking him. Rude. Next upgrade here from Pegasus. A huge amount of favor to come in. We will see the Swampland. No need to really drop that Thunderburst in, as Pegasus is going to make his move over for another town center. And the main base still under attack here, as those Yati Spearmen are going to be coming through. He's got four guardhouses, but definitely does need that Hanya mask here to really start making that one feel good, as Keto goes for the spiciest of spicy. If you can get off the Argus bomb onto a pack of villagers, I'm pretty sure he one-hits them. He does 50 divine, and then 5 divine per second if they're sitting on it. So they're probably going to run away from it, though. That's the problem. You're never going to hit them because they auto run away unless they're on passive stance. So I guess if you send the game's over. I guess if you send the Kataskapots in and you start harassing all of them, not that Gaia has that, but if you send the Kataskapots in and then he just says, screw it, I'm just going to passive stance them all, then maybe you can kill them all. But a well-played game here from Keto. I think, unfortunately, Pegasus made maybe 2 key mistakes here. He didn't go for Fujin here. Would have been the better choice. And probably even inside of Raijin here, if he just went Mythic Age, I think he would have been in a much better position, because then he can go straight into those supercharged asymmetrical bows. Horse Archer. And he can also get himself out the Shinigami. And then he can also get himself out a whole bunch of those Onmyoji. And that probably would have been a really nice way to play. Also, we'd be able to kill off an entire army of Keto if he can get it caught out in one spot. But Keto played this game very, very nicely with his Spider Lair abuse. The Spider Lair has been buffed. Leto is on the table. One thing I do ask is that we respect the fact that this Spider Lair is spicy at the moment. Not in terms of the 4 spawns, in terms of something else. If you guys enjoy this one, make sure to follow on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, so that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next game. Like last game I played, I tried to win. That was the mistake. We do have Gaia here. Gaia is very good. Go Leto. Alright. But I'm gonna get Herso rushed. Like he's just gonna rush me because he knows that's like what he has to do. I guess I can eat all of these gazelle and then eat the rhino underneath my town center. Odin never lose. Yeah, Odin never loses.
Herjos, Schwest, Skopos. Herjos. Bureg, Osto. Bureg.
Do I play off stream? Not really, no. I don't really have a whole lot of time. But I stream like 6 days a week. Somewhere between 5 and 8 hours. Not really a whole lot of time for a whole lot of off-stream playing. Also, oh, there is a temple up. Oh, that is a fast temple. Okay. It could just be for relic hunting. Oh, he might be going. I shouldn't have put that there. He might go forest fire.
Bureg. Eked, Diat.
Yuji, Herj, Diat.
Mak. Yuji. Skopos, Schwest. Herjo, Eschlo, Schwest.
Ah, well.
Also, Schwest. Herjos.
You said Leto, right?
Bureg, Skopos. Bureg, Eschlost.
Heimdall.
Herjos, Skosto. Yuji.
Bureg.
Bureg.
Skopo, Mak.
Herjos. Skopo, Mak. Eschlost, Mak. Osto. Eschlost, Yuji, Osto. Yuji. Bureg, Diat. Mak. Herjo, Diat. Oso. Bureg. Mak. Skopos. Bureg, Eschlost. Bureg. Eschlost. Yuji. Herjos. Yuji. Eked. Skopo. Eked. Bureg. Eked.
Bureg. Mak.
Yuji. Osto. Eschlost. Mak.
Yuji, Bureg, Herj, Osto.
Yuji.
Mosto. Mak.
Schwest. Yuji. Schwest. Bureg. Eked. Schwest.
Bureg. Mak.
Yuji, Eschlost.
Skopos.
Yuji. Osto.
Herjos. Yuji. Eschlost.
Terjo. Mak. Yuji.
Osto. Yuji.
Bureg.
Yuji. Eschlost.
Bureg. Yuji. Dilis Moke.
Bureg. Oso.
Skopos.
Diat.
Yuji.
Bureg.
Diat.
Yuji, Os, Yuji. Herjos, Diat.
Skopo. Diat.
Bureg, Aked, Mak. Aked, Diat.
Herjos. Yuji. Mak. Eschlost. Bureg. Os. Yuji. Skopos. Yuji. Bureg. Osto. Herjos. Skopos.
Yuji, ma, osto.
Skopos. Osto. Diat.
Skopo, eschlost. Ma, Yuji, eschlost.
Alrighty. Let me get a temple up again.
Scope. Yuji. Aked. Mos intel.
Skop, ma. Bureg, Yuji, osto. Yuji. Eschlost. Yuji. Yuji, marque. Hedge, mak, osto. Bureg, mak. Skopos, Yuji, eschlost. Mak. Yuji, eschlost. Yuji, mak, eschlost.
Yuji. Aked.
Osmak. Bureg. Osto. Skop. Eschlost. Bureg. Mak.
I imagine he's going for a talent center behind this.
Skop. Mak. Bureg. Eschlost. Mak. Eschlost. Yuji. Mak. Eschmak. Yuji. Yuji. Mak.
Skopos.
Yuji.
Burmak. Eschlost. Yumak. Osso. Mak. Schwest.
Scope. Eschwein. Bur. Osto. Aked.
Erjos.
Bureg. Eschlost.
Herjos. Schwest. Yuji. Eke. Schwest.
Bureg. Hedge. Yuji. Yumak. Skopo. Yumak. Yuji. Eschlost.
Her Eschwein. Yuji. Yuji.
Yuji. Mak.
Yuji. Mak. Bureg.
Bureg. Eschlost. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Eschlost.
Erjos.
Yuji. 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 Skoma. Yuji. Eschlost. Bureg. Ma. Yuji. Eschma. Yuji. Ma. Eschma. Yuji. Ma. Eschlost. Yuji.
Osto. Yuji. Mak. Erjos. Yumak. Osto. Bur. Yumak.
Bur. Aked. Vayan.
Erjos. Yuji. Osto. Yuji. Osto.
Herjo. Yuji. Eschmos. Intel.
Erjos. Yuji. Mak. Osmak.
Bureg. Osto. Skopo. Eschlost.
Erjos. Yuji. Bureg. Yuji. Mak. Osmak.
Hedgehos. Skopo. Mak.
Bureg. Yumak. Osmak.
Scope. Aked. Mak.
Skopo. Mak.
Skopos. Mak. Yuji. Os. Yuji. Eschmak. Yuji. Osso. Schwest.
Yuji. Yuji. Mak. Os. Yumak. Os. Yumak. Os. Yuji. Mak. Os. Yumak. Yuji.
Yuji.
Bureg. Tilis.
Bureg.
Bureg.
Osto. Mak. Yuji. Eschlost. Skopo. Yuji.
Erjos. Yuji. Mak.
Hedge. Mak.
Bureg.
Eschlost. Yuji. Osto. Eschlost. Bureg. Yuji. Bureg.
Os.
Bureg. Aked. Osto. Eschl. Yuji. Eschlost. Her. Aked.
Bureg. Diat.
Yuji.
Yuji.
Erjos. Osto. Yuji. Bureg. Yuji.
Skopos. Hedgehos. Yuji.
Hedjo. Bur. Mak. Osto. Aked. Diat.
Bureg. Erjos. Osto.
Scopos. Aked. Diat.
Mak. Yuji. Mak. Osmak. Yuji. Yuji. Mak. Osto. Bureg. Mak. Yuji. Yuji. Osto.
Yuji.
Bureg. Mak. Osto.
Bureg. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Erjos. Mak.
Yuji. Eschlost.
Herjo. Aked. Aked.
Yuji. Yuji. Bureg. Osmak.
Bureg. Her. Yuji. Eschlost. Diat.
Ma.
Yuji.
Yuji. Eschlost. Ma. Eporo. Bureg. Dilis moke. Yuji. Yuji. Skopos. Yuji. Yuji. Eschloss. Dilis moke. Herjos. Osto. Bure. Yuji.
Jos.
Skopo. Mak. Skomak.
Bure. Yuji.
Yuji. Osto.
Mak. Yuji. Bure. Ebil. Yuji. Skoma. Yuji.
Bu yuji. Osto.
Shko. Eket. Yuji.
Herjos.
Bure. Skopos. Mak. Yuji. Dilis moke. Mak. E poro fras. Yuji. Dilis moke. Yuji. Yuji. Mak. E poro fras. Yuji. Dilis moke. Mak. Yuji. E poro fras. E Yuji.
Erjo. E poro fra.
Burek. Skopos. Dilis moke.
Mak.
Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Burek. Mak. Yuji.
Yuji.
Eschloss. Skopos.
Osto.
Yuji. Yuji. Mak. Bur. Yuji. Yuji. Mak. Eschloss. Mak. Skopos.
Mak.
Burek. Yuji.
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 Yuji. Os. Eket. Vest. Burek. Skopos. Eket.
Herjos. Eket.
Skopos.
Okay.
Yuji. Erjo. Osto. Bure. Yuji. Mak.
Herjos. Skomak. Mos intum.
Yuji. Skopos.
Erjo.
Yuji. Mak.
Yuji. Mos intum.
Herj. Mos intem.
Burek. Skopos.
Yuji.
Burek. Yuji.
Am I short houses again?
Yuji.
Bure.
Why does this keep happening to me? What is this bug?
Eket. Mos
Bure.
intum.
Yuji. Osto. Yuji. Erjos. Mak.
This game is not my friend today. I'm not gonna lie.
Yuji. Osto.
I'm feeling very much like the game is not my friend.
E poro fras. Eschloss. Yuji.
Mak. Osto. Yuji. Erjos.
Burek. Mak. Yuji.
Yuji. Bure. Yuji. E poro fra.
Skopos. E dilis. Yuji.
Erjo.
I guess it's the debuff for playing this broken ass god.
Yuji.
Skopos. Yuji. Mos intem.
Osto. Ebilis moke. Bure. Yuji. Erjos. Yuji. E poro fra.
Eschloss.
Yuji. Mak. Bure. Yuji. Osto. Yuji. Erjos. Mak. Osto. Mak. Osto. Yuji. Yuji.
Mak. Yuji. Eschloss.
Bure. Osto. Yuji. Erjos. Bure. Mak. Osto. Mak. Osto. Bure. Erjo. Mak. Yuji. Yuji. Osto. Mak. Yuji. Osto. Mak. Yuji. Bure. Yuji. Osto. Pilis mak.
Mak. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Mak. Eschloss. Bur. Yuji. Skopos. Esch. Yuji.
Erjos. Mak. Osto. Yuji. Mak. Osto.
Burek.
Bure. Eschlo. Mos intum.
Bure. Erjos. Yuji.
Skopo. Oso. Mak.
Yuji. Erjos. Mak. Osto. Yuji. Osto. Mak. Osto. Mak. Mak.
Yuji. Herj. Mak. Eket.
Yuji. Erjos. Osto.
E dilis moke. Yuji. Mak. E poro fras. E poro fras. Dilis moke. Yuji. E poro fras. Dilis moke. Yuji. Burek. Dilis moke. E poro. Dilis moke. E poro. Dilis moke. Skop. Yuji. Yuji. E dilis. E Yuji. Burek.
Schwest. Yuji. Eket.
Yuji. Eket.
Yuji.
Mak.
Bure. Mak.
Yuji. E poro fras. Dilis moke. Yuji.
Jos.
Bur Eshlo.
Ma. Bur. Yuji. Ma. Yuji. Os. Ma.
Yuji.
Bur. Jos.
Shkopo ma. Yuji ma.
Yuji. Yuji. Burek. Ma. Jos. Yuji. Ma.
Yuji ma. Yuji.
Bure. Eket.
All right. Leto. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, there it is. Now I thought. See now, now because I get the bug one time, I think I'm just bad. I think it's just a bug and I don't check.